Hello everyone, my name is Utkarsh Anivaki. Today's story topic is the magical floor mill. The magical floor mill. Once upon a time, in a small village by a sea, there lived two brothers. The elder brother, Carl, was rich and selfish, while the younger brother, Hans, was poor but the kind-hearted. Carl lived in a big house, and Hans struggled to make the end meet, living in a small cottage with his family. One winter, Hans has no food left to feed his family. Desperate, he went to his rich brother and asked for help. Please, Cars and Hans beings, could you spare me some flour? By children and the hungry. Cars being the greedily scolded by his brother, I have flour, but why should I give it to you for free? If you want it, go for work for it like I do. But cars have no way of earning more right now. Just a little flour, and I will pay you. I will repay you when I can. Hans played. Carl through for a moment and said, very well, I will give you a sack of flour, but you must promise to return it by the next week, or else I'll take your cottage as a payment. Hans agreed, through he didn't know how would repay his brother. He took the floor and returned home, grateful for the little he had. On his way back home, Hans met an old man sitting by the roadside. The old man asked Hans what troubled him, and Hans explained his situation. The floor be borrow and his threat of the losing his cottage if he couldn't repay. The old man smiled kindly and say, I can help you, but must listen carefully. There is a magical flour mill that grinds anything you wish for. Go to the end of the village where and the ancient trees stand and the breathe. You will find the meal. All you need to do is say grind meal grind, and it will give you anything you ask for. To stop it says stop meal stop, but be carefully to remind the world exactly. Hans thanked the old man and hurried to the spot just as the old man had said. Under the oak tree, Hans found a small, simple meal. He looked at her home, wondering if the story was true. That night, Hans decided to test the meal. He placed it on the table and said, grind meal, grind. To his amazement, the meal started spilling, and before long, it filled the kitchen with flour. He quickly said, stop, meal, stop, and the milk cages grind. Hans was overjoyed. He now had more flour than they could ever need. The next day, they used the meal again, asking for the bread, meat, and the vegetables. Each time, the meal produced the food as soon as he asked for it. Hans and his family were no longer hungry, and they even started the good fortune with his neighbors. Next morning, Carl visited Hans and said, dear brother, I have been thinking, why don't you left the burrow and the mill a few days? Carl took the mill back to his grinds and worked in the stop to mill, and he tried to stop the starting halt, mid halt, but mill keep grinded. Carl Calls his neighbor brother's Hans again. He learned that the grind only bind trouble, and that it's better to live simply and generously. Hans and his family live happy always. The reminder, remember to use the magical or the floor meal for good. The moral of the story is the magical floor meal teaches us the importance of kindness and the generosity, while the warning against the dangers of the greed that who share their good fortune we always have more than enough, while those drive by the selfishness and the grind will eventually lose even why they have. Thank you.